All right, let's set the scene. Imagine this. You're at the Bridge and Biscotti Club. You can hear the hiss of the espresso machine, you can feel the tension in the air, and yeah, the biscotti are probably hard enough to chip a tooth. This is a place where bridge isn't just a card game, it's a mental showdown. And today, we're zeroing in on one single moment where a whole match can turn on a dime. And this right here gets to the heart of our story. See, in duplicate bridge, you've got two different teams in two separate rooms playing the exact same hands. The cards don't change. The only thing that changes? The people, the choices they make. And oh boy, are we about to see how one tiny decision creates two completely different realities. So let's meet the teams. Over in room A, you've got your seasoned play-it-by-the-book types. Then in room B, we've got our hero, George, the third-seat maverick. They're all playing the exact same deal, and their scores are going to get compared head-to-head. That's the beauty and the brutality of duplicate. It's not about luck of the draw. It's about what you do with the cards you're dealt. Okay, first up, let's step into room A. This is where everything is done by the numbers. It's cautious, it's conventional, and it's what happens when everyone decides to play it super safe. So, the cards are dealt. Tom, the first player, he passes. Marjorie, second, pass. Robert, third to act, pass. And Bartek, to round it all out, also passes. And just like that, you get a pass out. The hand is over before it even started. No contract, no points, nothing. Just crickets. And you know what? Looking at their hands, you can't really blame any of them. Tom's got a balanced 11 points. He's just a little short of an opening bid. Marjorie's got 10, but no great suit to hang her hat on. And Robert, in that all-important third seat, looks at his 10 points and thinks, nope, not worth it. By the book, they all made the right call. Tom really nailed it with this comment. The outcome in room A was definitely peaceful. It was safe, and it was totally 100% uneventful. The final score for this board? A big fat 0. A flat board. Sure, they didn't lose anything, but as we're about to find out, they missed a huge chance to win something. Okay, now let's pop over to room B. The scene is identical. Same cards, same deal. But the mindset? Totally different. Our guy George is sitting in that decisive third seat, right after two players have passed. The stage is perfectly set for a little bit of tactical brilliance. Now this is the exact same hand that Robert passed back in room A. It's got 10 high card points, it's pretty balanced. If you're a rule of 22 player, this hand doesn't even come close to an opener. In first or second seat, this is a clear automatic pass. But here's the thing, George isn't in first or second seat. So why is third seat such a game changer? It's all about the information you have. You already know that the two players before you are weak. They both passed. You also know your partner doesn't have a big opening hand because they passed in first seat. This knowledge completely flips the script on what's risky and what's a smart gamble. And this is it. This is the moment. Knowing the opponents are weak and the risk is low, George makes his move. He opens one diamond. Now, he's not dreaming of some grand slam contract. He's just trying to do one thing. Stop the pass out, get in the game, and maybe fight for a small score. It's a calculated, tactical poke. I love this. This is the perfect way to think about it. The auction was shaping up to be a totally boring party where everyone just goes home early. George stepped in and dropped a beat. He tossed a bid out there just to shake things up and see what might happen. And would you look at that? George's partner, Mildred, who had that 11-point hand from the other room, now has the perfect bid. She chimes in with one no trump, they found their spot, they played it well, and they ended up taking not just their contract, but 2 extra tricks. A brilliant result, and it all started with that one gutsy bid. All right, it's time for the moment of truth. Let's pull the results from both rooms and put them side by side on the scoreboard. This is where the quiet, peaceful decision from room A crashes right into the tactical boldness of room B. I mean, come on, the difference couldn't be starker. Room A, with their by-the-book caution, scored exactly 0. Room B, by taking a small, intelligent risk, chalked up 150 points. The exact same cards, but a completely different universe of results. So what does that 150-point swing actually mean? In duplicate bridge, it gets converted into something called international match points, or IMPs. And that difference gives George's team a score of +4 IMPs. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but trust me, winning 4 IMPs on a single board that everyone else played safe on, that is a massive game-winning swing. And this, right here, is the golden rule. This is the whole lesson. George wasn't just looking at his 10 points and making a decision. He was looking at the entire situation, his position, the vulnerability, the weakness shown by his opponents. He wasn't just playing his cards, he was playing the whole board. So, the big question is, how can you bring some of this maverick thinking into your own game? Well, let's break down George's philosophy into a few simple, easy-to-remember rules. Think of this as your personal guide to becoming a third-seat terror. Okay, let's run through these. First, lower your standards. Seriously, 8 or 9 points is often plenty. Second, remember, you're the captain. Your partner already passed, which means they have a limited hand. You're in charge. Third, disrupt or die. Don't just let a potential score die on the vine. Fourth, if you're not vulnerable, go for it. The math is totally in your favor. And last but not least, don't be afraid to open a 4-card diamond suit just to get the ball rolling. So the next time you're sitting in third seat and you pick up one of those borderline hands, this is the question you've got to ask yourself. Are you going to be like the folks in room A, stick to the old, safe rules, and maybe miss out? Or are you going to be a George, read the situation, and bid the board? And really, that's the ultimate takeaway from our day at the Bridge and Biscotti Club. Sometimes the bold play is the smart play. Fortune favors the brave, especially when you're sitting third in hand with a kinda sketchy-looking 4-card diamond suit. Go on, be the DJ.
Subscribe our channel for more videos.